Hey craft buddies, so many of you have been asking me how do I take the files that are in your free file library and size them so that I can get either multiple on a sheet or get them down to a size I can print on a standard printer like a 4x4, 4x6 and get them to print correctly. So here is my hack. There are a ton of different ways you can do this, but this is the easiest one that I have found. So the example we're going to use today are these cookie mix tags that I am making for Christmas, but you could use any of the files. So you're going to download from my free file library the files that you want. Then you are going to take them and drag them into a Google Doc. So if you have a Gmail account, if you have a YouTube account, all of those are run through Google. And so Google Docs is their free version of like a Microsoft Word. And this is how I find the easiest way to resize. So now that we have all of our in here, we definitely don't want them to be this big. We want to fit a couple on a sheet because they're just tags for a gift. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this first one. I'm just going to click on it and you're going to go up here to image options. We're going to click that, and the thing you're interested in is size and rotation over here first. So right now it is going to tell you how big it is. So if I printed it right now and didn't mess with it, it would be 6.5 inches by 3.9 inches. And that has nothing to do with how I sized it when I designed it. It is just a Google Doc thing. So I actually want to do 5 by 3, which it is going to fix it for me. And then I'm just going to hit enter. I'm going to do the same thing on these other ones so I know what I'm working with as far as size wise. So 5 by 3. If you are doing like a smaller like business card size, that's usually like a 2 by 3, but whatever works for you is fine. Now here comes the part where we're going to get them all on the same page. So we're going to go back to our first one and click it. And as you can see, we've got all these options down here. Basically, this is going to tell Google Docs where you want your photo to stay once you place it. So I am going to say in front of text. So on here, we're going to scroll all the way over. I'm just hovering over in front of text. And then I want to also select fixed position or fixed position on the page. That means wherever you put it, it's going to stay. So here, as I'm moving it over here, it's going to stay. I'm going to do that with this one too. So select this all the way to the right, fixed position on page, and then with our last one. Now what I can do is move them so then that way I can align them on a page. So because they're 5 inches and the width of this is 8, we're not going to be able to fit 2. But what you can do is if you want, you can use this little dot at the top. So you've got your crop boxes. This little dot at the top, if you grab it, you can turn it either way and then get it sized on here. So if I wanted to stack these two on top of each other, I'm just lightly turning it. And if you go really easily, then you're going to be able to turn it to 270 degrees. Or if you want them the other way, you can turn it to 90 degrees and it will lock in for you so you won't have any like crazy lines. Another tool that's really helpful in this is as you're dragging it, if you want to make sure it's aligned center here as I'm moving it, I'm seeing that red line lock in, and the same thing down here. If I'm moving this left to right, it's going to lock in either in the center or it will sometimes, depending on the size, it will tell you that things are locking in at the top. So that red line is going to make it so they're all aligned. And the reason that I like that is if I'm going to use my slice cutter, I want to be able to go whoosh and whoosh right down each of these to make it a lot easier to cut and a lot quicker. So that is why you would use that. I also get a ton of questions on what I print on. If I'm printing at home, whether it's printables, tags, all the things, I go with a medium cardstock, usually about 65 pounds, sometimes 80, but I print right on that. You get really good color. I get that from either Hobby Lobby or Michael's has great options. You can also get it from Amazon. I will put more information down below. But then that is what my go-to is. They hold up a lot better if I'm doing garlands as well. I just like the cardstock, but you could easily also print these on just regular paper if that's what you have. So let's say I'm making more than 3 of these and I want to add another one to the page. You can either drag in a new one, or if you want to duplicate one of these, you can right click, you can do copy, right click, paste. There you go. And you can pop that right there, or you can drag another one in. But that is how you're going to size them to get them on the page. And a lot of times if I size them, I like to share them with you guys, but say you want a different size, or I just give you a couple different options and you want a full sheet of just one of them, that's another way that you can do it. Now, say you wanted to do a 4x4 picture, you're going to do the exact same thing. You can also fit multiple 4x6s on a page. So I hope this helped you with the resizing. If you've got questions on how to get these files in the first place from my free file library, I've got you covered there too. I've got a full overview of that will be linked down in the description, and that link on my blog is whiskeyandwit.com/free file library. So that is an exclusive to my email subscribers. So if you're like, what is the password? How do I get it? You opt into my email list. It is free to join, and then I will send you that password. So I hope this helped you. If you've got other issues, you can always email me at hello@whiskeyandwit.com, and we'll get you taken care of so you can get crafting. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!